Greetings! Greetings and salutations! It is I, Dre Motion, and we are the Level 2 Gamers. No, but seriously, guys, it's been a month already. I can't believe it. This is Community One-Shot Night. This is where we get to, do a quick one-shot. Hopefully quick. Last time it wasn't so quick. One-shot. Going like random adventures together, and we normally try to do it from you guys, where you guys hopefully get to send in signups. And like I said, we do this once a month. So on the bottom, you go down, scroll down, you're gonna see the little thing. Hit that, sign up, submit. It doesn't matter if you're beginner, intermediate, advanced. Come on, play with us, and we'll get it worked out. You got a character you already got made, or we can work with you to make a character. Obviously, it has to be approved. Just follow the little rules and everything, but you get it. But welcome. It's about time we get started into this. I'm super excited. We're joined. Our players tonight. We have Dornan, who's our human druid. Tundros, who is our dragonborn paladin. Theobald, who is our dwarf cleric, and Caius, who is our tiefling wizard. Is it wizard, I think? I think it's a wizard.
It's a warlock.
It's a warlock. My mistake. Too many magic people.
Close enough.
Close enough. Wizard, warlock, they're all the same. But you guys have been traveling the long road for some time. Let's say about a fortnight on the road. One of your other companions who had been traveling with you, your big orc friend, found a lead. Half orc, my mistake. Half orc. He does like to put that in there. Your big half orc friend is following up a lead with Davros, so he decided to separate from you. While separating from you, you ran back into Caius, your tiefling warlock friend, and you guys have been traveling the long road together without any particular destination, just adventurers looking for an adventure. Now, while you've been traveling the long road, the map that you currently have says you're passing up on a settlement that is currently under development. The name that they have there, the most updated name they have there, based on just like rumors and everything, is Thornbrush. Now, while traveling the long road, you feel a powerful tremor in the middle of your journey. A very powerful tremor. It feels as though there's some kind of cave-in or something somewhere nearby. Shortly after, you begin to hear the clamoring of different voices. There's some kind of activity happening very close by to you. Most in fact, when you look down at your map and kind of get a sense of your direction, it is coming from the direction of where Thornbrush is headed. So, being the adventurers you are, you rush in to find out what is going on.
I smell an adventure, young lads. On to it.
When you rush in, you come across a small mining site. Several miners are running. They're making their way out of this cave entrance. They're screaming, and that's when you lay eyes on it. This large creature built of earth and stone comes trudging out of the actual cave itself, letting out a very powerful and mighty roar.
Digging the sounds, man. Digging the sounds.
So
I think it's hungry.
I think we should be running the same direction they are.
What do you do?
That's a good question.
Well, I think maybe the first thing you should do is roll for initiative. How about that?
And help the miners.
The miners, as you can, you kind of look about. The miners are making their way out, and they're running by you, like just kind of shoving you out of the way, just to do whatever they can to get.
What?
So are we 2 levels above it right now, or 1?
What's that?
Are we is this like 2 layers?
Oh yeah, yes. You were about 5, 10, 15. You are 15 feet up right now.
Okay.
Or no, actually no, about 20 feet. My mistake. You're about 20 feet up right now. You can climb down if you like, or you can try making your way down.
And can I make a good guess at how tall this thing is?
Easily. This thing's
creature?
easily. It's a large creature. This one, I'd say this one is 15, about 15, 17 feet. I know the rotating thing's not up yet, but Caius, it's actually your turn.
Are we doing this, guys? If we are, I think I should hit it a couple times and just let it come to us.
I think we're doing this, man. Excuse me. I think we're doing this, sir.
Go ahead, Dornan.
All right, I'm going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast. Or wait, I need to move forward. So I probably can't see it from back here. Does a 20 hit?
It does, yes. You go ahead and hit the thing for damage. You reach out with your wand, and a bright flash of energy explodes from it and nails a solid hit, exploding, casting 13 damage on it. Its hard boulder-like body doesn't even really flinch from the blast, though. It lets out another powerful roar. Anything else for your turn, Caius? Nope,
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Dornan.
All right, I think it's time we have to take this thing down. And I think I should be with enough range to use my Thunder Wave.
You are, yes. All right, you go ahead and reach out to it, and a crackling bolt of thunder strikes down. Now it just has to actually save itself. Let's see if it can, and that's what Constitution it says.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Oh, it might. Let's find out.
Pretty sure I heard somewhere that in some child's game, thunder does not work well against rock.
In this case, that is correct. As the lightning strikes against it, it grounds itself and dissipates that electrical energy.
All right, and that's going to go ahead and end it there.
Theobald.
That's me. I'm gonna go ahead and move right here. I extend my hand out and guiding bolts.
Oh, going for a big spell. That is a hit.
Really?
Yes, go and roll the damage.
Wow.
So you grasp your holy symbol, which is hanging around your neck, and you begin to glow the great aura as you release a glowing golden bolt at the creature. It explodes with such radiant energy that it actually casts a glow around it. The next person to strike him, I believe, gets advantage.
That's right, Earth Elemental. That's right. You can ignore thunder, but you can't ignore radiant. That'll be my end.
All right. Now this is a sight to behold as the Earth Elemental leaps and dives into the actual earth as if it was water. He quickly reappears close enough to you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll make him walk one more. Gets just in range and slams its large rock-like fist against Caius. That is definitely a hit.
Oh, my spleen.
Caius takes 13 damage. And that's actually EOT for it. Tundros.
I'm gonna move right next to Caius, kind of stand over him in a defensive position, and then I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm just gonna blast this guy with my cold breath.
Okay, go for it. Slow, a little rigid.
Right on. Yeah, and then that's really all I can do at this point.
Okay, EOT. Caius.
How much of its body is sticking above the ground that we're standing on now?
You can actually see its head and shoulder begins to kind of get stuck in his cracks, and it kind of freezes over in all around him, kind of makes him move a little slow, a little rigid.
Right on. Yeah, and then that's really all I can do at this point.
Okay, EOT. Caius.
How much of its body is sticking above the ground that we're standing on now?
You can actually see its head and shoulders now. Head and shoulders.
Okay, so if I move back, it'd be able to swing at me?
Yes.
Okay, and Hex is bonus. Okay, I want to cast Hex on the Elemental.
All right, go for it. We just got a new follow, Ed 1013 1988. Thanks for the follow. There we go. That's right. So place a curse on it. So every time you deal damage to it, you deal additional 1d6 of damage.
Okay.
And the
then
target has disadvantage on ability checks. So all right.
And then I'm going to cast Frostbite on it.
Okay, go for it. My thing.
Ooh.
All right, 12. Because technically you have advantage. What's that? That person has advantage. So yeah. So, all right, take 6 damage, and the target has disadvantage to the next attack. So keeping that disadvantage thing just going.
And then I am going to risk it and step back 1.
All right, so it goes ahead and takes a quick swing at you.
Because I'm still like kind of
Yes.
over Caius. Yeah, disadvantage. Heh.
So it goes ahead and swings heavily at you, and it still hits, giving Caius 5 damage.
I'm down.
I got your back.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, go ahead and EOT, and Dornan.
Okay, you said his head and shoulders are at least sticking up,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so move here. That should allow me at least to get close to it. At least enough to attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then gonna go for my scimitar. In fact, I think I can do my scimitar and my dagger.
But you moved, so no.
Oh, that's right. So just my scimitar. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Scimitar. All right, you quickly you slash at it, nicking at some of its body. Because of the frozen ice and everything, it's weakened its actual constitution a little bit. In fact, no, you're fine because you would have had advantage anyway. Let's see, actually no, it has disadvantage on the next time it attacks, so all good.
There we go.
Feeble.
All right. After seeing Caius get downed, quickly slide over to the rescue. I reach out my hands and I begin casting Cure Wounds.
Alright, so Grass is Holy Symbol once again, places a hand on you, and you begin to feel life come back into your soul, your body.
Now, is that a standard?
It's one action, so yeah, that'd be your standard in this regard.
What was that? Your thing cut out a little bit.
Yes, it's a standard.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that'll end my turn.
Okay, hit the EOT. All right, so Big and Ugly once again dives into the earth and rematerializes right next to Dornan as he slams a heavy fist down on him. But of course, with all the frost kind of in its joints, it's moving very rigid. It slams the heavy fist down. Dornan, I don't think 13 hits you, so it slams the heavy fist down, and you kind of just duck away. Tundros.
Hurt my allies, will you? Normal roll, or do I have advantage on this?
No, just standard attack. All right, you thrust forward, but with everybody all clustered together, you kind of missed your target. In fact, when you actually no, you don't even miss it. The thing's so large, so rocky that when you hit it, it just kind of smacks right against it, but doesn't find any actual hold in there.
Can I, as a side action, can I heal Caius a bit?
Do you have a? You can actually do lay on hands. Yes.
Cool.
Getting all the love tonight.
So 5 hit points toward Caius.
I'll deduct that from my pool.
And going back to Caius, I believe. EOT.
Gotta take care of our man.
And then correct me if I'm wrong, but when I cast Hex last time, it said all my spell slots were used. But I thought at this level I
that's right.
get one more.
Yeah, you do get one more. Do you want to burn it up right now? I mean, it's up to you, obviously. I took care of that. It shouldn't say your spell. It shouldn't say it's burned up anymore. If it does, then
Okay.
just ignore it.
Okay. I want to. Cast Frostbite on him.
Okay, go for it. I have to check if that stealth thing's working. Let's find out on that in a little bit. But let's see. You cast Frostbite on him, and it is a hit. He takes 2 damage from that, and as well takes disadvantage on his next attack roll.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Next is Dornan. What do you got for me, buddy?
All right. This time I'm going to use both my scimitar and my dagger.
All right. All right. So you make a quick spinning sweep with both attacks. Bink, bink, right against him as both attacks actually do cut and deal damage. For some reason, every time it comes to Dornan's turn, the tracker does not like you. But anyways, I digress. Let's see. The first attack deals 3 damage, and the second attack deals 6 damage. So with both those attacks actually find hold and grasp into him. You can kind of see it's getting a little hard for him to maintain his physical form of this earth. Go ahead, Theobald.
I will go ahead. So I grab my hammer, toss it up in the air, and I'm gonna take a swing at this big bastard. Skaboom!
All right, you go ahead and give me that damage, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask how you want to do this.
All right. So I want to see his body crumble. I want to see all the rocks disperse everywhere.
All right, you toss the hammer up into the air, you catch it, and you hit him in his knee. You hit him in his kneecap. It certainly starts breaking apart from right there. As he's trying to hobble and stay on one foot, you quickly swing and knock out the other one. He falls down to his waist, and you just start beating and chiseling him into little bits. He, without his constitution there anymore, he just starts falling into little itty bitty cracks of just pebbles and debris. Finally, ceasing to exist.
Right on.
Wrecked.
Now, as all this is happening, everything begins to calm down. The miners who ran out of the cave begin making their way back over to what's happened, watching this now pile of rubble just, litter the ground itself. Oi! Hey! So you're adventurers, eh?
You can say that. Saw you guys might need some help.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessings be with you. I have no way to actually thank you ourselves. If you get a chance, make your way into the village, Thornbrush. Yeah, if you see me, I'll definitely give you a reward. Hey, I'll buy you a pint.
What's your name,
You said
sir?
a pint? You said a pint? Let's move.
Well, they call me Raft. Yes, kind of like the boat. But it was odd. That thing came out of nowhere. We were just doing our job and mining, and all of a sudden it just materialized out of nowhere. The strange part is, no one got hurt. Odd. In fact, if I think about it, it was more focused on the actual mining equipment itself than it was on us.
Perhaps you were disturbing some near spirit? Nature is a fickle thing, man.
Well, I don't know about any of that. We've been mining here for months, actually. This is the first time we've ever had anything like this happen. We're just iron miners. Thornbrush is new. But enough about that. Let me go ahead and check on my mates. And hopefully I'll see you in town.
You do that. We'll head to town. We'll see you there.
Before you even get a chance to finish that statement, you hear the sound of an elderly woman screaming at the top of her lungs. What? Oh, that's old May's place. She's got a farm just up the road. Hey, boys! Grab some tools! Well, we're still trying to finish up here.
It's an old May's place. Hold on to that pipe there, Theobald.
Obviously, you've already done so much, but if you can go and check on her, she's by herself. Her and just her kids, or her grandkids.
While they're talking, can I check the golem to see if he's got any gems or precious metals on his body?
Give me a perception check. If you give me something good, I'll see about that.
Oh god.
I do.
Damn.
Good name. He shut me up.
He's made out of diamonds.
He shut me up. Let's take a look.
Okay, real quick, out of character, Caius. At this point, if you ever roll a perfect natural 20 on a perception check, that's where you scream out, "I see everything!"
I didn't want to steal the thunder.
Let's take a look at what you got.
Steal whatever you want, man.
Let's see. I'm gonna make that a +1 javelin.
+1
sick.
javelin?
Yes, you find a +1 javelin.
It
must have been stuck on him from one of the miners.
Hey, Tundros. Would you like this long, pointy stick thing I found?
Tundros, he froze up.
Yeah, it looks like 2 people are frozen.
Long after you arrive, you guys go ahead and run a very short distance to this farm. Let me go ahead and shift-click you over. You haven't found yourself. There you see, just across the little river, you see an elderly woman looking downriver. Oh, me children! Me grandchildren! You look down the river, and there you can see a small boat. There are 2 children in it, and when you look further down the river, there are 2 crocodiles swimming downstream.
Oh, lovely.
Somebody do something! Help! Anyone help!
I guess that's gonna be us.
Random move and do we want or initiatives?
You're gonna go ahead and roll those initiatives.
So I just missed whatever just happened.
He offered you the
Javelin.
javelin +1.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Caius.
Yeah. I know you're prone to losing axes and stuff, so here you go.
Yeah. Only when I'm an asshole does Bahamut see fit to curse me.
I'll add that to your thing in a little bit. Let's see. Everybody's rolled, I'm assuming. Let's take a look here.
Oh, hang on. Initiative, my bad. What the? Damn it, man.
Roll20 doesn't like me tonight either, though, because he keeps crashing my thing. Did you roll again?
God damn it. There goes my fucking 20 for the night.
I don't know if it's from the night. Okay. Anyways. So, meanwhile, downstream, one of the crocodiles goes ahead and moves up closer to the boat with the children in it. As far as it can go. And there's some movement elsewhere. Wow, all these things get to go.
Does anyone have a grappling hook and rope?
Caius.
Negative.
Is this like thick trees or is it bushes over here? To our right?
Those are bushes. Those will be difficult terrain for you, though.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the distance. So can I see the crocodiles from here?
You can see the crocodiles downstream, yes.
Okay.
Gotta hurry.
I am going to...
Are you checking the range?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Am I still able to see them with the rock face right here to the right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hit them with an Eldritch Blast then.
Which one?
Crocodile B.
Okay, go for it. Oh, natural 20.
Oh man!
Natural
Wow! Right
20.
out the gate.
Right out the gate too. Nicely done.
Beast.
All right, so that is an amazing amount of damage right there. I gotta. So, you go ahead and point your wand in that direction. Once again, a bright flash of energy explodes and zips all the way down the river. When it goes to strike this crocodile, let's go ahead and see. 13 minus 10. You vaporize it. You vaporizing it, turning it to ash right on the water.
Very nice.
That will be the end of my turn.
It's like, I don't know if I can top that. All right. Yeah, I'm sure you're hitting EOT. Like I said, it's being a little finicky right now. Go ahead and hit it again. There we go. Meanwhile, the other crocodile goes ahead and makes its movement upstream. And it reaches the boat and begins nudging it. Starting to rock it wildly. Dornan.
You have anything that reaches that far?
Let's see. The infamous nerd, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it very, very much. Level up, bud.
I might have something that can reach that far if I move, but I'll end up using my whole turn just trying to get over there.
Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't you use that lightning move again?
Yeah, I could do that.
Use it right. Wait, I wonder if the boat will be affected.
The boat
Someone
the
has a-
boat is made of wood.
If someone has a grappling hook and rope, we could try and hook it and pull it on shore.
I think we
Well,
did, but the only person who had it was the orc.
Well, I can use my thorn whip, but I'm not sure if it'll reach that far.
You can check and see.
It won't. No.
Yeah. I'd have to be a certain distance, and like I said, I'd use up a full turn just trying to get over there before I could even use it. Because it's not a free action; it's just a regular like quick action, right?
No. You'd have to use up like an actual. Remember, there's only an action and there's a movement.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Gotta decide something.
Okay. Well, the boat's made of wood, so that's not exactly going to be affected by lightning.
I wouldn't try it.
Yeah, I don't want to put the kids in danger.
Oh, forget them.
Yeah, they're probably wearing rubber shoes.
Or sheepskin. Wait, don't I have-
Screw it. I'll just move, and if you guys can figure out something while I'm on my way, then just do it. So taking up a full round to move up as far as I can.
All right, you can move 12 spaces.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and I think that would put me in range, but
Now, yeah, but. All right, Theobald, it's your turn.
I have technically most of my moves reach that far, right?
I think the furthest move you have reaches 60 feet, except for Guiding Bolt, which is one of your. You only have one spell. You only have one level 1 spell slot left.
You're one level spell slot.
Thank you.
Let's do guiding bolts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna guide this bolt right around that boat and hit that crocodile. So I extend my hand out and I shoot for something. Oh no! Oh, I thought that was about to be a 1.
Let's find out. Let's see. Yes, it is a hit. Give me the damage.
love that you're prepared for the worst.
I'm always prepared, Dornan.
Give me the damage.
I'm gonna give you the damage. Ooh, 50, that's not bad.
Indeed. All right. So once again, you release a bright flash of radiant light. It explodes against the water. And once again, cast a glowing aura around it. The next attack that goes to it is going to have advantage.
Very nice. That will end my turn.
Tundros.
I can't throw anything at it.
You can go to your stat thing
That's
and
right.
you can do the javelin
I
thing.
do have something.
It's I didn't put it in your macros, but it's on your main stat sheet. You can at least click that.
Kaya,
Lob it over. Luckily, it does not harm the children, but it just splashes into the water harmlessly away from the crocodile.
Kaya sees you throw away the gift you just gave you, and he dies a little bit on the inside.
Go get it.
Never again.
So I'll just move up as close as I can, and I know I'm encumbered. So what's the movement? At
5.
25 feet. 5? Okay. And that works.
All right. That one's gone. Meanwhile, just across the water, you see another crocodile appear. As it slithers its way out of the water.
Oh, nice. It's going for the old lady.
It actually has found a juicier target in Caius.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, and goes in to bite him. It goes to snap at Caius, but Caius is a little prepared and kind of quickly steps away as it chomps at him.
I smack him on the forehead with my wand as I dodge.
Oh man.
Not wise to taunt a crocodile. Meanwhile, another crocodile has decided to make its appearance as it crawls out of the river right next to Theobald.
Oh.
And Tundros. Slithers up right next to Theobald and takes a bite. Theobald is fortunate enough to use his shield to quickly deflect against that attack as it comes at him head on. EOT, back to Caius.
Guess I'm gonna hit this dude in the face with my dagger. Right, because when I hit him, if I cast a spell, he gets an attack of opportunity on me.
What's that?
If I cast a spell with him right here, he gets an attack of opportunity on me.
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that for the book, actually. I'd have to look that one up, but I'm going to go ahead and say no for now.
Okay, well then I'm going to hit him with Frostbite.
All right, go for it. Odd that the thing's not firing for you, that sound effects. It makes me angry. All right, let's take a quick look. That was 13?
Yes, sir.
That's a strength check, so let's take a look. No, so you go. So as you make your attack against it to freeze it, it seems to be able to just shake it off and resist it. The actual ice shavings and bits of frost just fall off of its scaly skin.
Can I argue that since he just came out of the water, that it's more effective on him?
You could argue that, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Nice try, though.
Jesus.
Not without trying.
Alright, Crocodile A.
Meanwhile, the crocodile next to the kids goes ahead and spins another round, nudging the boat. And this round, it actually topples the boat over, and the two children fall into the water. It spins its round doing that.
No, they're dead.
Dornan.
Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, I'm actually trying to decide whether I should use my thorn whip to pull the kids out or to subdue the alligator.
It's all you.
We might get their attention. Might get its attention.
Yeah, screw it. I'll use my thorn whip and pull the alligator essentially towards me.
Where are you grabbing the kids at? Where are you grabbing the kids?
Well, he's going to just attack the thing, he said.
Oh.
Yeah. So using my thorn whip just to... I wrap my thorn whip right around its mouth to kind of keep it from really doing anything.
Yeah.
All right, yes. So you quickly grab, as you're running up, you quickly grab a little twig, use your abilities to transmute it into a large whip, give it a nice thwack across the jaw, wrap its mouth really tight, and as you pull down, as you gotta like pull at it, the thorns begin to cut into it, and it begins to bleed. It loses enough blood, it begins to die.
Save the kids! And my spear.
I didn't know alligators could scream.
Like I can't. I'm not. Yeah. I can't make alligator sound or crocodile sound effects. Anyways, anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. In that case,
EOT.
Theobald.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see this crocodile that just came up to try to take a bite at me. Dumbest decision ever made. I extend my hand out and Sacred Flame.
Dexterity check. Let's take a look.
Oh.
It just makes it. So as you go ahead and hit it with a blast of flame, it actually does hit with a direct hit, but of course it just kind of dispels off of it. The water from the lake kind of protects its scaly skin.
You lucked out.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
Tundros.
Okay, so I'm mad. I'm just gonna jab this thing in the face. There we go.
I did it that time, actually.
Oh.
Wow. The time I do it, it does that.
Thank you.
Whatever. Go ahead and roll the damage.
We call that a brain fart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is it. So you go ahead and stab your lance essentially along the entire length of this crocodile, and you fillet it into a literal shish kebab, killing it instantly.
You gentlemen ever had gator jerky?
No, but I assume we might today.
It's quite delicious.
All right. Anything else? Yes. No. EOT.
My bad. Thank you. Just, yeah.
Meanwhile, across the lake with Caius, Crocodile begins once again to assault your warlock, taking a snap at him, but Caius just narrowly evades as it continues to bite wildly. Caius.
In the bubbles of my character, what's the blue circle for?
It's your passive perception.
Okay. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast on this thing.
All right, go for it.
Ooh.
Yes, that is a hit. Are you casting from your macro by chance?
No.
Oh, that's why. So if you click your character and cast the macro, that's why I'm like, why are the sound effects not working? So if you click your token, it should say cantrip Eldritch Blast. But yes, that is a hit. Once again, that bright blue spark explodes, casting a bright flash around it, and it actually does cut into this thing's tough scale.
I smack it again on the forehead with my wand.
Anything else for your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Let's see, I believe that one is no longer with us. Dornan.
Okay, at this point, where are the kids?
So they're essentially right next to that boat. So I didn't have time to put kids in there, but
That's fine.
The kids are fine. Save your warlock.
I was just gonna use my. I ain't getting no damn javelin. I was just gonna use my cantrip, my thorn whip. Of course, not all thorny, but try to at least pull the kids out of the water and into safety.
So the thing is, you kind of use the whip and you kind of transmute it to dispel the thorns. The thorns kind of like just sink into the actual whip itself, and you give a line drawing the two children back to shore.
Okay.
That'll be your turn. You can still move if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna move, but that'll essentially be the end of my turn.
Okay. Tundros. Or Theobald, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, seeing our warlock is being attacked.
Be good to help him.
I'm coming. Again, reach my hand. Actually, toss up a hand axe. And I aim it for the head. Oh, I hope I don't hit Caius.
Or Grandma.
Or, nah, forget Grandma.
We kind of need her alive.
All right, you toss the hand axe up and you throw it right across the way, surprising Caius as it strikes. Go ahead and give me the damage.
gonna go ahead and give you the damage.
That'd be appreciated.
Ah.
It strikes into the crocodile, but it doesn't cut too deep. Once again, it's thick scales protecting it.
Lovely. Are these like some Lake Placid class alligators here?
Thanks for the reference. No, these are not no, they're not no 30-foot gators.
I'm
Crocodiles. I
curious.
can never remember. Chat. If you guys can spend the time to look up which one's which, crocodiles, one's land, one's water. Just bring that up. Anyways, Tundros, it's your turn.
I'll tell you in just a second here. My goodness. I actually paid attention in elementary school. I'm gonna thunderous smite this guy in the face, and I'm terrible.
Thunder Smite's actually a melee.
Oh, it is. So then, up to 10 feet. Oh, yeah. So
It looked good in your imagination.
yeah, I thought it was.
Anyway, so what do you got for me?
So I'm just gonna go and get my javelin since I know that everyone else is taking care of Caius at the moment.
You're like, I'm just gonna go this way and take care of that.
Hey, wouldn't it be pulled in the stream? You're gonna have to go swim after that thing.
I'll let him try to find it. Anyways, so that's it. You're just gonna move and end your turn.
Yeah. Can I double movement since I'm not doing anything?
Yeah, double movement.
Cool.
Go into EOT then, so I can at least move it on, and you can complete your movement. Meanwhile, crocodile is gonna go ahead and keep on its attack with Caius, mostly out of defense now at this point. Going for another vicious bite, I believe. 14
That's
does strike. It actually bites into Caius's arm and tears a little bit, drawing some blood. 4 damage, Caius.
Okay.
And I believe it's your turn to follow up.
Okay. Since it just hit me, I'm gonna smack it on the face again with my wand and cast an Eldritch Blast at the same time.
It is a hit.
Wow.
So from point blank range, you put your wand up against it, and it explodes against its large skull, killing it instantly.
So for the record, out of character, an alligator has a shorter snout. It is a short snout reptilian that does swim. Crocodile also swims, but has a longer snout.
Oh, so they both swim.
Yes.
Oh, so then I'm right. Crocodile. Crocodile.
Yes.
I think crocodiles do spend more time on land, though.
Wrong. There is no who spends more time on land or or water. It's either or.
All right. Anyways.
Oh, dang.
The elderly woman, Old May, is quite excited as her two grandchildren run their way up toward her. Tundros, give me a perception check, and I'll let you know if you find that javelin.
Oh God.
With disadvantage because it's in the water.
And because Caius is staring you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure.
Scared to look.
You actually find it. You
my God.
poke around in the water and you can kind of see it. It's sticking up. You kind of just reach in, pull it out, and there's some river gunk wrapped around it. You quickly shake it off, and it's just like new.
Yeah.
Anyways, Old May begins to thank each of you very generously. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You saved my grandchildren. Those crocodiles came out of nowhere. Pay you. She points to the garden. How about I get you some fresh carrots? Fresh carrots.
Ooh.
She reaches up and gets like a bundle of carrots. In fact, I'm gonna give it this so she gives you 2 carrots a piece. Consuming the carrot, I will let you guys heal 1d3 hit points.
Can we hold on? Okay, cool.
Caius is eating one right away. Just bites right into it.
think you rolled the wrong one though.
No, you rolled 1d3.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so it's just brackets 1d3. If you... Are you... Excuse me, adventurers, are you heading to Thornbrush?
We're trying to.
It's been quite a chaotic week. Do be careful. Thornbrush is just past this arc of trees over this way. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much.
It's all pleasure, ma'am.
Have you heard any other news besides people mining in the area? Have you guys been doing anything else with the land?
Well, we've been cultivating it. The land's relatively new. With the miners, they've been digging in. There's iron been found here initially. The land is very fertile. Why my son and his wife constructed this farm, but we lost them many months ago, and now it's just us and my grandchildren as we still try to take care of the land itself.
I'm sorry to hear for your loss, ma'am, but have you seen anything weird or anything out of the ordinary?
Well, now that you mention it, there's quite a few things that have been happening. The crocodiles, the chickens in the area don't lay eggs anymore. The dogs bark wildly, just all at the same time sometimes, and they do it for hours on end. Sometimes when you walk through the forest, you don't hear any of the birds. It's almost as if the land is trying to work against us. Nature is trying to work against us.
Insight check on her. Can I do two things? Insight check and then something else if that doesn't work.
You can do insight, and if someone else doesn't do anything, then you can do that. Go ahead.
Sure. All right.
When he's done with his insight, can I use my druid spell to detect magic?
You certainly can.
I'll wait till he's finished.
She's just an honest old lady. I'll be on my way.
She's very honest, from what you can tell. If you guys all want to gather up actually at the farm as well.
Okay, everyone. I need everyone to be absolutely quiet right now. Ooh.
Excuse me.
Okay, so you close your eyes, and you try to get a feel for everything around you, and what you do feel is like the normal serene feeling of nature, is you're very in tuned, but it does feel as though there's an extra element to nature. It feels like there are whispers on the wind. There are things that are kind of pushing things in a certain direction. You also your eyes are also drawn to this badger, which is just sitting at the tree line, and it just seems just to sit there looking at now you intently.
Kill the badger.
Something's not right here. Gentlemen, I think we have to investigate further, but nature's out of balance right now.
After a short amount of time, the badger realizes that you noticed it, and it scampers away, disappears into the brush.
Did anybody else see that?
See what?
What?
Nothing. Never mind.
Dornan,
But
what did I tell you about those drugs? I told you last time.
Oh, come on, man. You drink constantly.
Dable, yeah, you drink like a river, and it was only one mushroom. That's it. It happened one time.
I'm pretty sure it was
there's no spots on them.
Well, if you do get... I wish I could help you out more, but it's a lot of strange things. But in the meantime, I have to tend to the children, make sure they're all right.
What do the children look like, by chance?
They look like normal children, honestly. They look like a very younger version of the Old May, their grandmother. They look a little beat up and bruised. They look a little beat up and bruised from the incident, but overall they do also look fine.
Good enough for me. Let's go.
Ma'am, I think you should keep the kids away from the river until they're a little older.
Just a thought.
Yes.
Just a bit of advice.
Where are their parents? I mean,
They're dead.
They're dead, she
Are they
said
dead?
already.
Oh,
Pay attention, you drunk.
I'm not drunk today. I only had 10.
10 what?
Who the-
He's just gonna leave it at that. Just 10.
All
Just
right.
just a morning cap.
So you continue on
That's
the path that Old Mate points you toward, and after a short while of traveling, you make your way to the actual settlement of Thornbrush. Now, as everybody had mentioned before, Thornbrush is relatively new. From what you can gather, it's probably about 8 months worth of hard work. But the thing is, within those 8 months, you see that it looks like things are really starting to come. Settlement.
What was that gentleman's name at the mine? Raft?
Raft.
Raft.
Just like the boat, as he described.
So, I'd say first off, let's head to the local tavern because that gentleman owes us a pint. Theobald, I think you should have water.
No. I'm not the type where if somebody offers me a drink, I say no.
Should we go? I think we should go talk to like the leader real quick.
The village
I
elder.
think they're
This town does have a mayor.
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 Shall we?
Yeah.
As you're making your way in toward the center of the village, and the mayor is not hard to find. In fact, he is.
Mayor for mayor.
I'm actually going to change the scene here just for a second, just so I have like a little image to work with here.
Ooh.
Now, the mayor's not hard to find. You can kind of see him like kind of directing things. Like he's actually in the middle of everything. All right, go ahead and set up those wood stacks over there. Right, and hay. Okay, we're gonna change the hay over here. And the dog's still acting up. Do what you can. Have somebody take a closer look at what's going on with them. Oh, adventurers. You're just the people I was looking to talk to. My boys at the mine told me you did some good work today.
yeah. Some gentleman named Raft said that you had a reward and payment for us.
Indeed, yes I do. I'm a little tied up at the moment, but I'll make sure that I have it for you tomorrow morning. In the meantime, stay at the inn on me.
What's going on around here? It's not often you see a mayor acting as construction foreman and everything like that.
Ha! Well, sometimes in life, you must make things happen. This is Thornbrush, and I hope that eventually we will be able to put it on the map. We were very lucky. About a little over a year ago, some of our scouts, some scouts, just stumbled upon this iron mine, and the iron mine is very rich in ore. And slowly we started to have people moving in toward it, and we began to build up this town. The land was also just fertile, just ripe with vegetation. So we decided to take advantage of it. And if we want this town to be something that's, well, going to stand out, well, I just can't be behind the doors, behind the desk. I must be in the forefront to make sure that things happen. Everyone here in Thornbrush is a very hard worker and a very capable person. I'm very proud to be a mayor of this town. I hope that while you're here, you'll be able to enjoy your stay, albeit the disturbances. But you seem to have already handled yourself.
Were you one of the first settlers here?
I was. Yes. I was part of the first initial group when we came around. I kind of worked as a foreman for the mine, and well, the previous mayor met a strange fate with a bear. So they told me to try helping out and take over, and well, I've kind of just fallen into the position.
Perception,
Insight is to, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah,
What's that?
Dornan. You surprised to actually see a politician doing something?
Actually, as a holy man, I kind of am as well.
Let's see. You'll have to go to your character sheet to do it, but it should be on your thing. It should say insight.
Oh, dirt. I was gonna do it inside. Yeah.
Lovely.
It looks like he's super honest. Uh,
I am just the most gullible dragonborn in the world.
he's
Was
amazing.
was there anything? Was this land was just all forest beforehand?
Yes, primarily it was mostly forest and plains for miles actually. That's where we kind of came up with the name Thornbrush.
And there's just wildlife in the area. There was nothing else.
Just wildlife, honestly. There was nothing else that we had noticed.
Well, you guys sure have done a lot in just 8 months. You must really be getting a lot of money from those mines.
Well, it's more so the material from the mines are actually helping to build the actual village itself. We haven't even had a chance to begin selling it. Well, with things breaking down and all the disturbances and the setbacks, it's taking us more time. So, it's
What
almost
type of this? What type of disturbances and setbacks?
Probably earth elemental and some crocodiles.
He's right on the money. The earth,
Yeah,
the giant rock thing. That was certainly a first, definitely a first. But there have been a number of disturbances. Sometimes the river just goes dry for a number of days, and our vegetation starves. Random things like animals not acting correctly. The chickens aren't laying eggs, or the birds don't make any noise in the forest. It's all quite odd.
We just came from a little farm owned by an old lady named Miss May. She said the exact same thing.
Oh, Miss May, was everything all right out there? She's very close to the mines. I hope that she wasn't harmed.
She's okay. Her kids, her grandkids just fell off a boat. We had to defeat some crocodiles, but
Crocodile.
she's okay. The kids are all right. The kids are all right. But she said the same thing. The land is not. Nature itself is not in balance at the moment. What is going on? When did this start happening?
I'd probably say, 4 months ago. It started. It wasn't this chaotic. It started rather minor disturbances. Like the wind would just suddenly pick up and knock things over, and it's like I said, it's very odd. The fish would disappear for weeks at a time. Deer and game, wild game, kind of just began pushing back away from us, making our hunters have to travel out even further away from the village to get anything.
How long ago did you guys open up the mine?
A year ago.
A year ago? And are most of the attacks close to the mines, or are they all around?
I'd say the general area. Anywhere there's a population. The farm, obviously, there's the town here. We have a few farms that dot out the landscape, and then there's the mine. But mostly anything that's been happening, disturbance-wise, has been happening in the general area of Thornbrush.
What type of expansions were you guys doing 4 months ago?
He thinks about it for a second. Well, I guess just this central area. Obviously, Thornbrush isn't very large. We began transporting iron to here and began building up everything. About 4 months ago is when we started working extra hard to get the buildings up. Most of the things were shacks, but now you can see we have plenty of stone buildings.
You know what's weird? You haven't actually been attacked by a person. Everything is nature related. I wonder if you guys destroying a large forest has anything to do with that.
Well, we tried not to destroy too much of it. Most of the stuff we used was for building, of course, the actual town itself. But then again, no town's going to be built without cutting down a few trees.
Right, but I mean, like, if you look at everything that's been going on, you guys were attacked by something earlier that's, from, I guess you could say, nature, from the earth itself. You said fish have been disappearing, alligators have randomly been attacking. Uh, it sounds like Mother Nature is kind of upset with you guys.
Mr. Mayor, if you give me a chance, I did this back at Miss May's house, and while my magic can only go so far, I might be able to dig deeper. So just give me a second here, okay? And I'm gonna do my detect magic again to see what I can get from the town.
Okay.
While it's only a small area, still just if I can pinpoint something.
You reach out again. There's not so much of that same effect with nature here, but you feel like glaring eyes. You look up and you see birds. Obviously, like, there are birds always around, but you see like these small birds that are kind of just looking down. But the thing is, when you study them, you feel as though their eyes are not their own. Like as if something else is peering through their eyes, and the birds aren't chaotic. Like since you being a person of nature, they aren't like randomized movement or any other thing. They just almost look like they're just looking around, studying everything.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I think it's time right now you need to put whatever you're doing on hold, because I believe we might be being watched.
What? We're already so far behind already.
I understand that, I really do, but something's going on here. This is not normal. This is that someone or something is doing this.
Odd. Fine. Hey,
Give us a week. Just give us a week, and we'll see if we can find this out within that time.
I'll do what I can, but I still have to have something going on. Lucas, tell the boys to finish up this next task, and we're just gonna wrap it up for the day. I know. Just make sure, pack it away safely if you can.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, would it be possible that in exchange for helping out earlier, I could have, say, one of your finest blacksmiths craft me a weapon? Just one.
You don't like the javelin I gave you?
Oh, I do love the javelin. I'm actually going to keep that. Actually, I'm looking to exchange possibly something else.
Or are you just going to throw it away again?
No, I'm actually going to hold on to it as a souvenir this time.
A souvenir?
It's a sign of good friendship, and plus I'm not going to throw it until I can find a way to...
Dragons are strange creatures.
We are, but so are tieflings and dwarves.
What?
Tell you what.
He called you weird.
My
No.
my blacksmiths are normally busy helping maintain things, but if you guys help us out, I'll make sure that he gets you something good. Is that a deal?
Very much so, sir. Well, and your name again?
Well, you can just call me the mayor. That's what everyone else calls me.
What does he look like?
He's
Short,
human.
round, small white hair with a monocle and a top hat.
How did you know? No,
Just looks
No.
like an aristocrat.
No, not like that. He looks like an everyman. He's got a little weight to him. He's balding on the top, and he's got like a very thick beard. He'd almost look dwarven if he was short enough. But no, he looks like an everyman, just with a big booming voice.
All right, so I put on my hand and I say, "It's a deal."
Thank you. I didn't get your name.
They call me Tundros.
Tundros. All right. I've never been a dragonborn before, but I'm certain we can work out a deal. But in the meantime, I recommend you turn in for the evening. Definitely get yourself well rested. Hopefully your druid friend can get things figured out here.
He seems to be on the ball at that moment.
Also, would we be able to have one bar of iron from your mines, just for? I want to take a closer look at it.
Okay, I can make sure we get something. In fact, he reaches over. He looks over at like one of the piles of kind of just raw materials they're using to build up. Just grabs it and hands it. It's a little heavy. We just synthesized it recently.
Do you guys have any sort of alchemists in the area?
No, we don't have any of those type of fancy individuals, unfortunately.
Thank you, sir. I think someone owes us a drink, shall we?
Oh, man. Yeah, we're talking.
I'm kind of done with carrots. I want some protein.
All right, you guys make your way to the tavern, and since the day is ended early for most of these people who are working in town today, they're all essentially beginning to gather there and have drinks. And as you're making your way in, you see Raph right away. Hey, well, what do you know? Good to see you.
How you doing, Raft?
So how was old May?
She's doing well. She actually was attacked, but we managed to repel it.
See, you're good people. That just means it's 2 drinks. It's 2 drinks. Cost me a week's worth of pay, it will, but hey, I'm alive to do it.
If so, I actually would prefer, instead of a drink, how about a good meal? I haven't eaten.
Me and the dwarf will take the other 2.
Yeah.
Since he's already promised it to us. I hate to see it go to waste.
Oh, of course.
The druid would like a salad.
All right, Beatrix she's mighty beautiful, and she's also quite the cook. Anyways, Beatrix, let me get a meal for my dragon-looking friend here, and 2 points for all the other blokes.
Actually, could I retcon this? Because I wanted to drag one of those alligators with me, like for them, one of them to cook or skin or make some.
Well, you should have announced it before.
That's why I asked if I could retcon it, but I guess not. All right, fair enough. That's why I asked.
Like, there's some dead alligators over there. I'm pretty sure Old May's, cooking those gators now.
Yeah,
some gator jerky.
Yeah. Anyways, he passes out. Puts a nice pint right in front of Theobald, in front of Caius. I'm assuming Dornan gets one as well, and Tundros. The meal you see though isn't very large. It's like a small pheasant. Sorry, a lot of the game is starting to drift further away from town, so hunters are having quite a time.
I grab it and I just take a big chunk out of it because I haven't eaten anything other than berries that Dornan's been finding. So I am very appreciative of the meal.
Hey, Beatrix! Old Dragonborn here likes your cooking. I told you, she's everything. She's a beautiful person. Dornan, there you are. Hands you a pint.
I take my pint and I turn around and I put it up to the entire bar and I say, "To defeating the stone giant."
Yeah! They all begin to cheer excitedly at the notion. Also, all of them happy to be alive and also here to celebrate with you. Also happy to celebrate that it's a half day for them. it's an early day for them.
Oh, I'm glad to know that. Mines have good benefits there. Huh? You get attacked, you get to leave early.
Yeah, but not something I want to happen regularly, though. I'll tell you that. All right, so you guys get to rest for free, by courtesy of the mayor.
Nice.
And by you guys resting, you also get to reset your spells.
Cool.
Let's see, I'm going through all your spells and resetting them right now. Also, put yourself at everybody. Make sure you're at full hit points when you get a chance.
It should be.
Caius. How did you go to that?
There we are. Okay. As the next day, the next day comes along, morning comes along. Theobald wakes up with a powerful hangover.
What?
I don't know. I think you should roll for that, man.
All right, I'll let you roll. Give me a Constitution. Give me a Constitution.
I'll accept that the tiefling has a hangover, but the dwarf.
Give me a Constitution check, Theobald.
Constitution check.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just the modifier or the max?
You should be actually go to your stat sheet and roll a Constitution check. It should say Constitution.
Okay.
You see it on there?
Uh,
From core. It should say saving. It should say saving throws.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you wake up and you are just a ray of sunshine. Those several drinks did not have a single effect on you whatsoever.
oh man, I'm gonna need a kick. I pull out a flask. I look around. I take a swig.
Really? This early? Really?
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that.
I did. Too late.
Do you want some too?
Dragonborn looks around and takes a swig. If you guys want to move into the town, it's fine as well. You see that things are a little calm. They're not. While they are working, they're not working in the same capacity they were yesterday. Kind of going off the mayor's warning. As I mentioned before, there, Druid, we will make sure that we're not overdoing it, but we have to make sure things are getting done.
I understand that. Just try to keep it at a bare minimum right now. Just nothing. Don't do anything that would disturb the natural forces at this moment.
Right. Now. Oh, good.
Dornan, are you able to talk with the local wildlife?
If I transmutate.
Well, since you feel like they're watching us, why don't we just ask?
Is there like a library or a records or place of records where I can go and kind of do like some history checks?
Unfortunately, not. Suddenly, there's a powerful scream from across the way from you.
I hear danger.
As two wolves make their way into the entrance of town.
Look, you can talk to them.
It's like, oh yeah, why don't you go talk to them really quickly?
They look friendly.
They're just strolling through town.
Oh man.
They make their way in and they begin to start causing a ruckus as they go around from the different shops and they're running through things, toppling things over. What will you guys do?
Engage.
I encourage violence.
All right, go ahead and roll for initiative then.
For Bahamut. Bahamut. I need to get used to saying that properly now. Hey, Kaius, how come your health isn't all the way full, dude?
It's full on my screen.
Oh, just full. My bad.
I'll look at it in a second just in case.
It's not a healthy amount as yours is.
Because you're still yellow on my screen. That's why I asked.
Oh, he is. It should change when he goes back. When he starts moving.
Yay! I didn't roll the lowest one.
All right.
Do we want to give our druid a chance to try and talk to them?
I would assume so. Yes, he's the one that could talk to animals.
I don't even think he has to have a spell for that actually, unless he's in wolf form. But
Yeah,
anyways,
he has. Yeah.
You can.
All right. Anyways, go ahead, Feeble.
All right, I'll go. Oh yeah, I substituted my standard as well.
All right, makes a dash
Actually,
action.
what's this full sprint? How much is that?
It's just dash, so you just double your speed.
Oh, okay.
If there's a running thing, I haven't found it yet.
Okay. Well, that's all I can go right now.
Okay.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright.
All right. Meanwhile, The wolves are going to go ahead and make their movement as they're going up with such intense speed. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're just running through town? Alright.
Making their way up toward you. Caius. Caius?
Caius!
I'm trying. It won't let me click it.
You have the ruler on?
Yeah, your ruler's on. You have the ruler.
Stay behind me, little one.
Little.
Little one.
140. That will be the end of my turn.
Okay.
1.
Let's see. That means that... Oh, that one. Sorry, it was the other wolf. And he goes ahead and makes his quick sprint up. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Dorian while he's moving. Dornan. Dornan? Dornan?
Muted.
Oh.
Yes, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And while I'm going to go ahead and transmutate into my wolf form.
Okay. So you see Dornan go into a full sprint, and his form quickly changes over into a large dire wolf.
Another one from behind.
He transmutes himself dead. No, let's fix that. Let's see. What was your... Say, oh, you're at 5. Anyways, so you transmute. Anything else for your turn?
Uh,
Because I think you can do it. You can do it as a free action because of your circle.
okay, then I'm going to continue moving.
You move at 8 now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just look towards him and just start growling.
All right.
And EOT, it's not working for me again.
It will soon. It will shortly, but I believe it's going to be. Try it now. Oh, I think it just went over. Cool. Cool. So, meanwhile, behind you, another 2 wolves have entered into the town square.
We're flanked.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's turn right there. Theobald.
Okay. Seeing the wolf come up behind me, I turn back. Oh man. Gonna use Sacred Flame. I extend my hand out and I try to blast him.
Alright, time for that thing to make a dexterity check. Let's find out. It just makes it. So as you go ahead and release this quick blast, it just quickly darts to the left as it explodes right behind it.
Oh, lucky. That'll end my turn.
Tundros.
Thunderous Smite on Wolf C. That
Okay.
way, Caius don't get hurt. Yeah.
All right. You reach your lance into the sky, and a lightning bolt strikes it. Afterwards, you quickly thrust, cock back, and you thrust this lightning, this literal lightning rod into it, giving it 22 damage.
22?
Or sorry, 21.
I'm gonna say, like, am I reading it wrong? All right.
Yeah. So that powerful strike, you give it a quick, powerful shock, and it just lights up with a flash of lightning energy, and it dissipates.
Right on. My turn. Yeah.
Let's see. The next one is this wolf right here. This goes ahead and makes its way up toward. Dornan's direwolf form, and quickly snaps a bite at him. It is a dead-on hit as it bites into him, giving him 9 damage. When Dornan gets back, he's going to have to make a strength check to see if he gets prone or not. Whenever he wants to get back. Caius.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack this wolf back here. First, I'm going to put Hex on it.
Don't worry about that. I guess Hex is just broken where it just always spins up the thing.
And then I am going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it. All right, you reach out with your wand again. You fire this blue spark of energy, but it explodes somewhere behind the wolf, mixing it completely.
Blast. End of my turn.
Let's see, which one was wolf? Let's see, wolves everywhere. 4, 5. Andros leaps up and takes a bite at the Dragonborn. Tundros, using his mighty shield skills, quickly spins around, and the wolf smacks right against it. Meanwhile, the other wolf, near Dornan, in his wolf form, actually, he's supposed to be adjacent to him. Right there. Goes to bite, and because he has an ally nearby, will actually get advantage on this attack. 22, which is definitely a hit. Bites into Dornan, who still needs to roll me a strength check to see if he went prone. Now it's Dornan's turn. Dornan! Leave me hanging, Dornan. So I have to skip him for a second here. Oh, that one's gone. Theobald.
Okay. Alright, so I need to try to get these wolves taken care of. So again, I extend my hand out and guiding bolt on Wolf D.
All right. Go ahead and roll me the damage. It is a hit. All right. You reach out, letting out a powerful blast of radiant energy. The holy damage strikes against the wolf, and it explodes with such a flash of energy that when everything dissipates, the wolf is killed over.
Nice. End of turn.
All right, we're actually going to go to Dornan.
Okay. Before I attack these wolves, I just to them it's to my traveling group it's just going to sound like growling and barking, but for me, I'm basically asking them, who are they? Why are they doing this?
And
Why are they attacking?
They respond to you. You're on the wrong side, brother. You don't belong.
I don't belong where?
You don't belong with them.
I am them.
Not from this side. And you also need to do a strength check for yourself.
Okay.
You have access to that stat sheet, right?
Yeah, I just need. Well, you said it as a macro for me. So,
did I?
Yeah, you did.
I just put the wolf thing in your journal just in case. So you should be able to go. You should be able to go, and you should see a thing that says saving throws. So, all right, if you do have a thing for it, then go ahead and click that.
Okay. Okay, just a normal, not an advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah, just normal. All right, roll it one more time.
Ooh.
So because you got attacked twice, so you're actually prone.
Okay.
So now you can go ahead and officially start your turn.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so I just finished up by saying something. There's nothing. Something is wrong with the natural forces, and it's causing you to do this.
They don't respond this time.
Okay. So then, just gonna go ahead and get up, obviously, and then just bite the one in front of me.
Okay. You go to quickly snap at it after kind of getting yourself to your feet, but its smaller size, it seems to be more nimble as it kind of darts away from you. Let's see. It's actually Tundra's turn.
Time to go back to Dornan. That was kind of a weird movement.
That was doubled?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Goes ahead and... It doesn't need to flank, it actually gets advantage anyway. But with him there, it doesn't work that way, so it's just normal now. It goes to, even with the flank, because it tries to go to assault you and bite you, it just can't find an actual bearing on you. Caius.
I want to move my hex to this wolf right here.
Okay, go ahead. It just moved. All right, so it moved over.
And then I am going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Well, I have to turn my character for OCD reasons.
I'm the same way.
And I miss.
All right. Once again, that blue streak of energy just explodes somewhere around its feet. Anything else for your turn? All right. All right. The wolf nearest Dornan goes ahead and makes a quick bite at him as well. Once again, just doing normal. And it rolls a fumble.
Did it bite its own foot?
Let's see. Suffers a Bane spell for the remainder of the encounter. Oh my god. Well, that's fantastic. I'll have to go pull that up in a second. So,
Three
Dornan.
creatures of your choice that can see them must take Christmas.
Okay. I just continue to try to plead with them that they don't have to do this. We don't want to have to kill them. But also continuing the fight, so I take a bite at the one that just attacked me.
Okay.
Oh, crit.
Wow.
And it's a crit. Oh, you bite again. You bite it in the neck, and you swing it around wildly and throw it back down on the ground, where it dies at your feet. Let me go ahead and throw up that.
So much for communication.
A moment goes by, though, as the wolf actually stands back to its feet.
The wolf that he just killed?
Yes.
And
as it quickly, slowly shapeshifts into a humanoid form.
Like a werewolf?
like a druid?
Oh, run.
Like a druid. Alright. Theobald, it's your turn.
Yes, it is. Alright, seeing this wolf directly ahead of me. Gonna go ahead and pull out my warhammer.
And
I'm going to attack him.
oh, I thought you were gonna say the other thing.
I knew you would. I saw you guys getting excited for that.
Do what
Maybe
now?
next time.
I thought he was gonna throw it.
I thought he was gonna say charge. So, all right, yeah, you. So this not charge attack as you jaunty up toward it and whack it with your hammer, hitting it for 10 damage. So you literally come up and just hit it against the face of the hammer, just with such amazing force.
Nice.
Anything else for your turn?
You said he has a Bane spell on him?
No, on that one. The other one did.
Oh. Chili died. Alright, EOT.
Tundros.
So I'm gonna do like an intimidation. I want him to kind of lay down arms and kind of just submit to us.
Okay, go for it.
So, since there's Bane on him, do I get advantage or no?
No.
Okay. Worth trying anyway. All right.
All right. He looks at you. He's a little panicky, and he whistles for the wolf to stop its attack, which it does. All right,
Got it.
you've got me.
You will end this fight now. Oh, he just said it. Never mind. What purpose do you have for attacking this village?
Oh, hold up. Let me go ahead and
Cut the music.
yeah.
Redundancy, Department of Redundancy.
What's this now? You've asked me to stop? I have.
Why do you attack this village?
That's not your concern, outsider.
I've now made it my concern. Answer the question. Why do you attack this village?
If you want
I grab.
to talk to Wolfsbane.
Who's Wolfsbane?
She is our leader. She leads us against you. and all these outsiders who decided to take our territory.
I motion over to Dornan to kind of like ease down, get out of your form. That way we could actually have a conversation.
In doing that, I stop showing my teeth and I turn back to my original form.
Alright, let me go ahead and hit the stop tracker and...
And then I look over at Dornan and I say, Dornan, Dornan, I do think this is your area of expertise, but if you do need any assistance, do let me know. Yeah.
Are there villagers around over here?
Yeah, people are kind of like just poking their heads out from like around to study on what's going on here.
Let them
Then
just...
Then never mind.
The nosies.
When you say outsiders, are you talking about they moved into your land and just took it?
Now you've got it. Yes, this belongs
This-
to us. The wood doesn't belong to us. It belongs to nature. And they took it for themselves.
Yep,
Listen,
I knew it.
Listen, you and I are both druids, so I understand your plight. But these people were just looking for a home, and while maybe they should have asked to let you know, but this isn't no reason to attack or to kill them.
This is not for me to decide. I am not a representative. You'll have to talk to Wolfbane.
Can you take us to Wolfsbane?
No. I don't go to negotiate. We meet. We don't go to where they are. We go to where we want them to meet.
Tundros, if we can do this without having to shed any more blood.
I completely understand and I completely agree. But I do not go where there might be more of them and less of us.
Wolfsbane
All right, you
will not
have a
come
point.
to the village.
Say that again?
Wolfsbane
Can
will
we-
not come to this village.
You don't
Can
have
we,
to be in the village.
can we pick some sort of neutral site? Some sort of neutral territory where we can all sit down and make some form of truce.
We will meet
What about-
on
what
the
about
edge of
the-
Thornbrush. On the edge,
Kaya?
Edge of Thornbush.
on the edge of this forsaken territory. Where our
Caius,
territory
what say you?
and theirs meets.
What about the old lady's farm?
There is a farm near here. Would you meet there?
She's certainly on the outskirts. She means no harm to anyone.
Fine. We'll meet on the outskirts of this farm.
Hold up.
And then I was gonna do like some perception.
Hold
whatnot.
that thought.
Let Thiebel go.
I
Yeah.
I can safely say I speak for all of us.
What?
I take another swig, and I keep going until I chug it and finish my bottle, and I toss it.
Grab it, 'cause I can probably refill it later because that was a flask.
You've got yourself a deal.
Fine. Be there when the sun reaches the top of the sky.
All right.
And they both just walk out. People kind of,
Let him leave.
the people from the town are just kind of watching and peering around. And at this time, the mayor kind of comes out of his hiding place as well. What was that all about?
Looks like you guys need some local militia.
Yeah, but before it was just wolves and bears and all kinds of animals. Now What? What, he is? A druid? Now you've got...
Tell me, before you settled here, was there anything else around in the surrounding area that might have been occupying these lands?
No. Our scouts didn't report anything.
Tundros, what you don't understand, with druids, generally we don't have to stake a claim. All we do is we just take the land and we live off it. They felt that these people just moved in unannounced.
Look,
Much
I don't
like a
want
druid,
I don't want to
sounds
war. We don't want to war with what's going on here. try to resolve this if you can. Or, look, it's going to be hard to keep them calm. Now that they know that there are people out there, they're going to get antsy, and I don't want there to be a war.
I'm gonna perception check him just to see what, like, if I can, or inside, is it inside or perception? Because I want to see if he really has good intentions.
I think that would be insight.
Yeah, it's insight.
Okay.
You give him a glance over, and it seems as though his intentions are true. He truly doesn't want to fight, but you can also see he's worried that other people in the village are going to want a retaliation.
All right. Jordan,
Mayor,
I'm all for
You need
diplomacy.
you need to call your people to this village and keep them abreast of the situation. Keep them calm. You cannot afford to win this fight, to go into this war. No disrespect, but you cannot win.
Well, I'll do what I can, but I hope you have some good news for us when you return.
Mr. Mayor, are you Platinum Dragon?
What was that?
Are you familiar with the Order of the Platinum Dragon?
I am not.
Never mind then. Keep on walking.
All the best. Good luck. I feel as though
We'll
you'll need it.
We'll sort this out.
Okay. So
So you make so the thing is you make a very short trip to the edge of this sorry, I had to change this over. To the edge of the actual what was it? The border where they had mentioned. The farm is some distance. The farm's a short distance away. You've gathered up, and out in the distance, you can see 3 individuals approaching from the wood. Now, one of them you recognize as Brightleaf, the elven druid you ran into earlier.
do we actually get his name?
You did not, but I just told you it. Another one you recognize. Another one you see is a human male who seems to be holding a wand as well, and he has his arms crossed as he studies you. And in the middle, who seems to be their leader, is a female druid. Let me go ahead and.
I note to everyone, it's odd that her name is Wolfsbane. If she's a druid and she cares for wolves, then Bane would not suit her well.
Anyways, are you guys gonna stay there or move closer?
So we'll move closer. Who wants to lead, Dornan, or should I lead?
I'll lead this one.
Okay, Dornan, it's all you.
Sure, Dornan, because I think I might be best here.
Theobald,
is
you back
Dornan's
me up. You
expertise.
back me up, but I can take them.
Can I do a quick nature check?
You certainly can, yeah. What do you? Is there something you're looking for in particular?
I want to see if I guess how I feel in this area, maybe to see if
Well,
we're not alone with these
That's
ones.
perception check,
That'd be
dude.
perception, but with nature, I can tell you if things are not as they're supposed to be. With
Yeah,
what's
there you
around
go.
surroundings. Yeah.
So while he does a nature check, can I do a perception check to see if there might be any kind of surrounding area, like anyone hidden in the trees or anything like that?
Go for it. You don't notice anything out of whack with nature in this particular setting. It looks like it's just the 4 of them in front of you.
All right. So then, Dornan, it's up to you. Want to kind of talk
Yeah.
to them
So
from
go ahead,
right
go
here?
ahead, go ahead and move to where you're going to move.
I will stay right here.
Yeah. Kai, no,
So
yeah,
go ahead
Kai's
and set
passing
yourself
back
up where you
to me.
guys want to be before we begin. village, eh?
And I take it by the markings on you. You're Wolfsbane.
Aye, that's correct.
Only the person in charge has markings like that.
So, Brightleaf here tells me you're a druid.
That I am.
So tell me, do you think it's right of what's happened here?
I don't think it's right that you try to kill these people.
We try not to kill. Brightleaf here is young and inexperienced and quite aggressive. He has much to learn about the balance of nature. But we have been very careful to not disturb them, but push them away. This land was once controlled by the Circle of the Moon. And now, there's just the three of us. We can't rebuild our order. Not with these outsiders moving in.
I've heard of the Circle of the Moon. You were once vast and powerful.
Aye, and Brightleaf tells me you have powers of the Circle of the Moon. A regular shapeshifter.
I was born on a farm with my mom and dad, and we descended from the Circle of the Moon. But we haven't been a part of that group for a long time.
Right.
Many generations.
So tell me, what can we do here? Now, I will admit guilt and fault. As I mentioned before, I wish to cause no harm, just to quickly scare them. But our friend here, Doran, he's been watching you in the form of a badger. He kind of, Doran.
I noticed that.
Doran kind of grunts and smiles.
I noticed that.
He says that your group is quite powerful, very capable, and he tells me that to fight you would cost us great harm. But of course, I don't look for a fight. I'm simply looking to scare them away. But it seems that maybe we have become too aggressive in our recent actions. So, tell me, what can we do here? And what are the options we have?
Well, this group is looking to expand. And rightfully so, you don't want them to do that. But have you heard it? There's always room for diplomacy. You don't have to be aggressive. The Order of the Moon, the Circle of the Moon, while we may not be a part of that group anymore, we've always believed in the tenets. We always believed in peace. And that's what we want here. Just go to the mayor, just talk to the mayor. We told half of the town is ready to fight back. And we don't want that any more than you do. Just talk to the mayor.
Give me a persuasion check.
And would I be able to hear this full conversation being...
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it.
Okay.
Like, so Caius is kind of like on that little ridge, like with his arms crossed, just listening.
Damn it.
If it's war they want, it's war they'll get. There may be just the three of us, but we have all of nature on our side.
I thought druids were all about the balance and stuff.
I hear in the background. How about druids? What about the background?
That may, of course, tiefling. That may
So
be
why
so,
not-
but
Why don't you look for a balance?
we can't find balance. What they have done here, changing up everything, digging up the ground, pulling up this ore, and then of course coming here. This is not the settlement yet, but if they're successful, this will be another town, and there'll be no room for us.
Then why not join them? We didn't come here to fight. If we had came here to fight, we would have already been attacking you. But we came here for
Noted.
diplomacy. We came here to negotiate. But why not learn to adapt, which is something that I see that you druids are very capable of doing. Learn these ways. Adapt them in your own ways. Go. You can then traverse the lands more.
Give me that persuasion.
That was a good one too. God, oh God.
Adapt to what? This way of living? Hmm? And what would you? And what would we do? What would we be? Forgotten about our order. I guess it's two. I guess it's two of you guys left.
I poke Theobald like, hey, do something, do something.
Well, with all due respect, you're a druid, correct?
Aye.
Isn't adaptation in your nature?
Possibly.
Well, you guys are pretty good at changing, aren't you?
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
It kind of is, but don't blame me. I've got lots of rum in my blood right now.
He's very drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm just saying I've got a lot of rum. There's a difference. Okay, hold on. I take another swig before I fit. I'm better when I'm. All right. Anybody else? You, Wolfsbane?
You can offer her a drink, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she drinks.
I'll be
Maybe
fine.
she drinks.
I'll be fine, thank you.
Okay, I'm just
Okay,
checking. I
guess
take
not.
another one. More for me. Let's see here. How about this? I'm sure you've probably had some wounded individuals from the mayor expanding. How about, in favor of their mistakes, I can heal your wounded? You see, I have these abilities, lifting my hand up and, of course, seeing that old white aura. I have these abilities that can heal many, many things.
Since I'm a healer too, can I kind of join him in that?
She smirks as the three of them wave their hands and do the same thing. Aye, we're no strangers to the healing arts.
That's an interesting talent you've got there.
I motion for Caius because obviously Theobald's not getting anywhere. I motion to Caius. Caius, you're the last hope.
You see his shoulders shrug in a sigh and walks over. They didn't like your fire water.
They didn't.
Tell us, what can we do? What can we do to help you?
What you can do
What?
is you can have them leave. We want our land back. We want peace once again. We don't want this to be turned into just another settlement. I've seen what outsiders do to land, turn it into just rubble, using it for their own advantages.
Then why not teach them?
Yeah, if they leave, others will just come. Why not try with these ones? They seem to be willing. You could just show them the proper way.
You could teach them the art of containment
Give me
to not expand past a certain point.
This is like a group persuasion check, so someone should roll.
First, Caius. Give me a persuasion check, Caius.
Go, Caius. Go, man.
Oh. She looks between Brightleaf and Doran.
She likes my horns.
The cute one.
You may have a point there. Possibly we can teach them something. Something about... Yes.
Oh, I have a carrot.
Maybe it's better to understand the evil you know, not the evil you don't.
I present a carrot. And I tell her, this is what they grow. They grow crops that maybe you could teach them to grow something more, something better. I mean, I offer the carrot as a form of a peace offering.
Before you could approach her, Dornan kind of steps forward, kind of checks you where you are, and takes the carrot from you.
All right. How big am I compared to these guys?
You're a little big. You're a little bigger. Like you got like a
Okay.
good foot over them.
Okay. I'm just like, I'm like,
This is proof that you're able to teach them. This came from the woman that lived in that farm just up the hill.
She takes it and she thinks. You can see her like in a deep thought. She's like studying this.
This city,
It's possibly. It's also a possibility. And they're not all bad.
perhaps this can go two ways. They want to expand and be one of the greatest cities known in the realm. But why not make them one of the greatest agricultural cities? Teach them the land that what you take, you have to put back.
Give me a persuasion there.
that's not bad.
Yeah, but it's not great either.
Well, I'm not all for the idea of creating a city. I'm not against teaching them to respect nature. Brightleaf begins to. You can see him kind of fidgeting and he's quite impatient. Ah, bollocks with this. Come on, we were just talking. Huh? What they changed? That mine will attract more.
More what?
More of them. More of them. Miners, traders, caravans, more hunters. Wolfsbane,
What?
you can't be serious about this. Come on
But
now.
aren't you a hunter? Aren't you? Don't you trade? Don't you find other
We don't
druids and other
need them.
clans?
We don't need the outsiders. We are strong. We are all strong. Strong without them. Strong without you. I say, now there's the three of us. We take them and we show them. After we take their champions and their heroes, we should be able to go and show that village what for. Thornbrush will be erased and forgotten.
I plead with Wolfsbane. It's not in our nature to fight carelessly. We want to help those. We want to help those in need. You are in need, and so is potentially this city. We don't want war. We don't want war. But proof of growth can happen. Why not let that happen?
It's a young town. You could shape it how to what suits you best.
And you're doing this to Wolfsbane? Or
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Perception?
No, persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh God.
Can I help with that comment I made?
I'll let you make your own persuasion check. If this will be the last of your persuasion checks. And
Okay, we're done. Let's try and end it.
Calm down, Brightleaf. As I mentioned before, he's young. He's inexperienced. He does not know much of the way of balance. Too much of one thing is a bad thing. Calm yourself, Brightleaf.
We were all young. I understand.
I will... You may tell the mayor that I am willing to speak.
May you come with us. Be under our protection, under our guard.
Possibly. But the moment I feel as though things aren't going right, I'll have all of nature come down on my village.
And you would have every right to.
That is fair. At this point in time, I do believe that is fair. They disrespect nature. Nature must take its course.
Might I suggest not bringing wolves into the town?
I just said Wolfsbane.
Yeah, wolves. This guy right here.
Oh no, yeah, no, I didn't say anything about wolves, I just said Wolf's Bane. If she wants to bring her other 2 companions, she's more than happy to. But no wolves. Although they could say it's a pet. I mean, they do have dogs. I'm pretty sure.
I'll be sure to make sure it's just us. Brightleaf, you'll remain here. Don't do anything, Hosh. Doran, you come with me. He nods. He's a very silent individual, as you notice. Brightleaf is just angry. You can see like the frustration. No! No! Enough. I'm not making deals. We've been working on this forever. And we'll not go ahead and see our hard work just trampled. Easy, Brightleaf. Calm yourself. No! And you can start to see his skin begins to harden like solid rock, and he begins to change shape as he grows. Like
I step back a little bit.
I'll let you step back as a quick reaction.
Yeah.
And he transmutes himself into an earth elemental. In his large, powerful form. Bah! Just knocking with such incredible force into Dornan.
Oh, jeez.
I said no. I said no. And now you have to deal with him. So it's that time. Roll for initiative.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Well, I'd rather have it on initiative than anything else.
Everybody rolled?
Yeah.
Wait, did it go? Okay. Roll 20 does not like me. Like I said, it keeps crashing the thing. Caius, looks like you get to start off first here, buddy.
I am going to cast Hex on the Earth Elemental. But I am just going to back up, and I'm going to wait to see what the other druids do.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, make the situation worse.
On that note, I yell out, "Try not to kill him."
Alright. So you cast Hex.
Yeah.
The Earth Elemental points out at Theobald, and the wolf runs up to go ahead and take a quick snap at him.
What?
Oh no, he didn't.
As he goes to bite, you quickly use your shield to protect yourself. Dornan.
Okay, I'm gonna stay right where I am, but I'm gonna use my entangle on the elemental.
Well, obviously. Oh yeah. Let's see. Is he big enough? Too big? Nope. So all right. So he has to make a strength. So it's anytime he moves, right? Oh, so he's difficult. So right now he's in difficult terrain, anywhere he moves. Let's see. So yeah. So the thing is, anytime he moves, he has to make a strength saving throw, or he's stuck there. So let's find out.
Oh,
Wow.
He does. So with
Hey, he
his,
made it.
yeah. So with his large body, he's able to kind of just shake off the vines that have just erupted from the earth, and he just kind of pulls them up along with him and trudges on.
Oh no, he's young but he's powerful.
3 goes ahead and makes his way to you, and puts both his arms together and slams a heavy fist down. I just threw my pen. That's how heavy I came down.
On who?
On Dornan. So Dornan's going to take 11 bludgeoning damage. Give me just a sec, 'cause I dropped my pen.
Wasn't there something for him standing next to Tundros?
Yeah. Oh well, you know what, dude? That's actually way.
What was
Unless
that?
there's a disadvantage. Okay, since he's next to me, isn't there?
Oh,
like,
yes,
an-
he is at a disadvantage, so I gotta roll it again.
Good eye, guys.
So if it's lower.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so as he goes to slam down, Tundros, you use your shield to kind of not negate the attack, but essentially kind of like
Take
make
the
it
blunt
miss
of
his
it.
mark, so it's not a direct hit against him. Artrim, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Go ahead, Tundros. It's your turn.
Okay, so I kind of yell over at Doran to see if Nightbane's okay. Is she okay?
I don't know. She got no. Oh, wait, no, my bad. Doran.
Doran. Doran doesn't speak. Okay.
You see him. You see him kind of like checking her to make sure she's okay.
Am I in his threat?
Yeah, you were in a sweat range, so.
Oh crap. Okay, so then let's just do this then. So my cold breath is that would I hit Dornan?
No, you can angle it where you don't hit him.
There we go.
All right, you take a big deep breath and exhale.
Yeah. 10. No.
All right, he still takes 6 damage though. So as you release this like this gusting, powerful breath at him, it kind of just pulls him back a little bit, and he just shakes it off as he continues on his onslaught.
Kind of like a quick action. Could I cast like a shield of faith on Dornan?
You can. I think yeah, you can.
Cool.
It's a bonus action. So go ahead and do it. Let's see. Shield of Faith. So you get a +2 to your AC. All right.
Make it count.
All right, Theobald.
All right. So, after seeing what he just did, and I turn towards the Earth Elemental, and let's try that.
Bane. Oh, he's going to pull out the big guns. Let's see. That's 3. So actually, you get to do it against him and the wolf if you want.
Yeah.
So they have to make charisma saving throws. Whenever that target fails a saving throw, let's see. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the amount rolled from its attack roll. So anytime. So let's see. So first for Wolfsbane. I believe for you, their DC is 13. So, wait, why did I roll Wolfsbane? My mistake. It's supposed to be the Earth Elemental. Oh, Earth Elementals have very low. Yeah. So he suffered against it. And as for the wolf, sorry, it's taking me a second to get him. So whenever they attack, they have to take a D4 away from their attack.
Okay.
Nice.
So they take a D4 less damage.
Yes, whatever I roll for the D4, that's how much. No, it's less on their attack roll.
Wow. Holy
Or
crap.
saving throw actually too.
Really? No.
Yep. So I can still attack, right?
No, that was your action.
Because
You got to select both of them.
Yep. All right, that'll be EOT.
Okay. All right, Caius, let's see what you got.
I am gonna try and help out my dwarf friend and shoot the wolf with an Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it. once again, you release that bright spark of blue energy, and it zaps the wolf with such furious might. Go ahead and give me that damage. 8 damage, and you're also going to give me a 1d6.
No, the wolf does not have hex on it.
Oh, the Earth Elemental has Hex?
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. So, alright, so you zap it, and actually that does take care of it. So that bright blue flash of energy, you hear like the, well, not that, but you hear like the wolf, like, you know, like, yup, like a yipe, as it falls down. Yeah, that works better. Arcanine! Anything else for your turn, Caius?
I'm going to move here. I'll be the end of my turn.
Alright, and Dornan, it's on you, buddy.
All right, gonna attack with my scimitar and my dagger. Of course, trying to go to non-fatal areas.
Right.
Oh, was this with advantage or disadvantage, or normal?
It's no. There was nothing. There was nothing for it.
Okay.
So that first one is a fumble. So
Damn it.
let's take a look at let's take a look at your prize. Dornan swing and bounces him, leaves him opening for an attack of opportunity.
Minus 1d4.
Minus 1d4, and he gets disadvantage too, so.
Wow.
A fumble against a fumble? So
That's unnatural.
What is this, a Raider game?
oh my god. And he's stunned for 1 round.
Yes.
So the thing is, even though the attack doesn't quite connect, he finds the opportunity, the hole in the attack, and goes ahead to try to slam his fist down. But in his Earth Elemental form, he's not quite used to this body, and reverbs on himself, kind of like shaking him up a bit. So he will not get to act on his next round. You still have your other hand.
Oh man. Stunning an Earth Elemental. That'll be the only time you ever see that.
Yeah.
Literally.
But against his amazing fortitude and constitution, the attack does nothing. As you strike against him, the blow just kind of kink, just rubs right against him, and he gets to do nothing.
So if I try to bypass him, does he get an attack of opportunity even though he's stunned?
No, he cannot attack of opportunity while stunned.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a good look at Wolfbane to see if she's okay.
Okay.
I kind of check with Doran, like, hey, is she okay? Do I need to help her?
He finally opens his mouth. I can heal her. I've got this. Just take care of Bright Life.
We make no promises. We do what we can. Do you understand?
He regretfully shakes his head, nods.
I clutch whatever holy symbol of Bahamut that I have, and I say, I'm sorry. I turn around and I make a jab at,
Brightly.
Yeah, Brightly. Thank you. So, turn my character around. Nope, that's where I need to be. Actually, I need to stand at least 10 feet to not have a disadvantage. Not javelin. There we go. There we go. Advantage or disadvantage? Since I'm behind.
It's going to be actually advantage because our GM rolled it. So if you're flanking, you have advantage.
All right.
So from opposite from Dornan, you quickly stab, getting a nice cut into him. Go ahead and give me that damage.
Oh wow. Cool. Yeah, buddy.
All right, you find hold right somewhere into one of his little cracks, and you pull out a little chipped rock.
Oh.
Anything else your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Next is Theobald.
Guiding bolts.
Go with this big one. All right. So once again, you grasp your holy symbol, and a bright aura explodes around you. You reach out your hand. The aura swirls around your hand and forms into a nice ball and explodes away from you. Give me the damage. All right. When it
I'm supposed to be
strikes,
rolling that as level 1, right?
yeah, you're always rolling at level 1.
Alright.
When it hits him, it strikes, explodes bright radiant energy that paints an aura around him now, making the next attack against him have advantage.
Oh, nice. I made Bright Leaf even brighter.
Anything else?
That's it. EOT.
Okay, Caius.
I am going to attack this dude with Eldritch Blast.
Hit him with it.
Where's the advantage macro on this sheet?
Oh, you just roll. You should roll it, and it should ask if you. It should query advantage, like ask you. If it doesn't, then just roll it twice.
Okay.
Click your spell. You should click your spell.
There we go.
There you go. Wow.
And give me 1d6 as well. All right. So once again, following up with Theobald's attack, that bright aura, it makes him stand out like firework against on the 4th of July. You quickly just point your wand at him, explodes that bright blue energy. It crackles and explodes against him, and then he also feels the sting from the hex that's currently afflicting him as well. Anything else for your turn?
So if I was to stand down here, would I get advantage from flank while
No.
spellcasting from range? No?
No.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Dornan, it's all you, buddy.
Okay, gonna use my Thorn Whip just to kind of wrap around his neck and subdue him a bit. Okay, I don't get advantage, right? That already came from Caius.
You have advantage because you're flanking.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Indeed. So you pull 2 damage to him. Do you want to move him?
No, don't want to move him. Just kind of hold him, you know.
So once again, taking a small branch from around you, you transmute it into a large whip, wrap it all the way around his large body, and you yank him down to your level.
Beat some sense into him.
There we go.
And I'm guessing that's it for you? Alright, he yanks at your vine and uses that as a moment for him to pull you closer and slam his fist against you.
Isn't he stunned?
Not anymore.
Oh.
1 round went by. So essentially he pulls on your vine and just hits you with incredible force. You take 8 damage.
So when a thing that says a round affects, it's when the actual round ends, or for when it comes back to the turn?
Well, it did go to his round, and I just skipped him over last time.
Okay.
Tundros.
Okay, so can I cast a 5-point heal at Dornan and then my Thunderous Smite?
I think your lay on hands only heals a touch.
That's right.
Save,
okay.
save your lay on hands.
Okay.
Save it for him.
Ah, good point. Right on. Like the idea. Okay. So then Thunderous Smite, and I have to be within a certain range.
I think you're out of level 1 spells.
We had to reset the day.
You did a Thunder Smite at the beginning of the day against the wolf, and you use Shield of Faith. You have 2 spell
did.
slots.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you for reminding me.
That's why I'm the GM.
Cool. So then just don't I have anything stronger than my lance, or is my lance the strongest thing that I have? I'm pretty sure it's the strongest thing I have. Yes, it is. Javelin. No! The javelin is... Wait, is it? No, yeah, Lance is powerful. Okay, so lance him again. Oh, you know what? Am I in his threat range?
You're still in a start range, yes. Because you're a large creature, he's got an extra reach.
So can I move towards Dornan? That way I can get back into like a protective state.
You can.
Okay, I know I'm gonna lose my
Advantage, yeah.
advantage, but
Right now he's disadvantage on attacking Dornan.
there you go. So normal roll, right? Yes.
Normal, yes.
Okay. Here we go.
You stab, and yes, your lance finds hold into him.
Yeah. All right.
Once again, taking a nice little chunk, taking a small chunk out of him as you chip away at his rock form.
Cool.
And I believe that would do it for you.
Yeah.
Theobald.
All right. Pull out that handy dandy warhammer. I come up and start swinging for the fence at this big bastard. What is it? Advantage or normal roll?
Normal from where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Should have got behind him for the flank.
Let's see. Theobald reveals their intentions, making they and their allies suffer disadvantage during their next attack. So
Wow.
everybody has a disadvantage now on their next attack.
Thanks, dude.
You're
Actually-
welcome.
Actually, this would actually. Okay, I have an idea. So,
All right, go ahead. Theobald, you're done.
Yep.
Caius.
I am going to cast Frostbite on him.
Go for it. Because he can't take disadvantage on Alright, he's going to go ahead. Well, first, I'm going to roll the 1d4 to see how much this penalizes me. And now he's going to make a strength check.
that was
Isn't
on
it-
a 3.
Damn.
Doesn't Hex also do something with his skill checks?
Can you look at that for me real quick?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think you... Oh, that's right.
Profile picture is pretty tight, guys.
Thank you.
So trying to figure out what it is.
It's
This target has disadvantage on ability checks.
yeah.
Awesome.
Very good catch there. That was my mistake.
It's one of the new Gundam animes, like the
Ironblood.
So it does affect him. He takes disadvantage on... He takes 4 frost damage, and also takes disadvantage on his very next attack roll. So once again, as you go ahead and point your wand at him, it explodes with a bright... or not, excuse me, not bright. Like a cold frost begins to take over his body, and you can kind of see his joints become rigid as he starts moving slowly once again.
and that's for the Hex.
And he also takes an additional 5 hex damage. Anything else for your turn?
That's the end of my turn, sir.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, as I begin to use both my blades, I just shout out to him, "Forgive me, brother." Okay, I'm on disadvantage, right?
You're on disadvantage for both attacks.
Damn it.
Actually, no, for your first attack. Cause your next... Actually, no, because it's a full round action, so disadvantage for both. Go for it.
Oh, dang.
So, Fumble City.
This is beginning to be a lovely evening.
I have to say, sir, you beat all like math odds.
Hey, actually, he's not. You're not too far from Will Wheaton's record.
You should have saw me during the 4E campaigns.
Yeah, he rolled like 3 or 4 natural ones in a row
Alright.
or something like that.
So you swing and you take a nasty backswing, giving yourself 5 damage. All right, if you want to roll again for your other attack.
I gotta heal you, man.
To be fair, on the last campaign, I also did roll like 4 20s in a row as well. So
Anyways, go ahead. If you're gonna roll your other attack.
Oh!
It would have been a natural 20, but yeah.
Oh, that's not 20.
So you go ahead and roll up for your secondary attack, and the dagger just kind of once again just scrapes against his rock hard body. Rock hard body.
Literally.
Literally rock hard.
Don't take him for granted.
Stole my joke. Anyways.
Oh man.
Like 2 seconds, huh?
That was a joke he literally made like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Anyways, go ahead, Dorney. GOT. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh.
Earth Elemental's turn.
All right, and it's gonna go ahead and slam down once again. Has disadvantage from the frostbite.
Ooh.
Still
Wait, he
nails
has-
a hit.
Wait, what's your AC with my thing? Isn't it? Is it still up?
It is up, yes, because the Shield of Faith. So as he goes to slam down, this invisible aura that's surrounding Dornan protects him. So it's just like a boom, stops just mere inches away from your body, and it just kind of rebounds away.
You hear a slight roar from the Platinum Dragon himself. Just saying.
Tundros.
You know what? I'm gonna. Can I thrust with my javelin instead of throwing it, or do I have to throw it?
You can thrust with a javelin.
Okay. Any disadvantages with it at this range?
You have disadvantage because of the whatchamacallit.
Oh, because of his thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do a lay of hands on Dornan?
Go ahead.
Move and then attack.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So.
Theobald, do you still have your healing power?
I'm a cleric.
Okay. You gotta admit, you kind of deserved that one.
All right.
Okay.
So he touches you and transfers some of his life force into you, giving you 5 hit points.
Oh
And,
man.
I'm gonna sidestep so that way me and Theobald are flanking it.
All right, it's a large creature, so that does count.
And then that kind of negates the whole disadvantage on me, right?
It does negate it, so give yourself normal.
Yeah. Okay. So javelin's not going.
You have to roll it from your stat sheet.
That's right.
The
Thank you.
macro.
Gotta play the rules, man. Normal roll. Here we go.
Nice.
All right, so you sail a hit right into it. Give me the damage. All right, and so you quickly stab into its backside, and you crack it away. So like a large chunk of its body just falls away like a boulder just separating from a mountain. And you kind of watch You kind of watch him as he's just like trying to watch himself, and he just falls into pieces and rolls back into his normal form.
Yes.
Sorry, I just realized I have the healing word, so I think I should be the one to heal him.
I got a whole glowy.
Let's see. Anything else for your turn?
Oh no, that's it. Wow, he's really cutting it for us, huh?
Go ahead, Theobald.
Just tackle him. Just get him on the ground.
This guy's still.
Yes, he's still in the fight.
God dang it, Brightleaf.
I will not
All right.
submit.
Smother him with your beard.
I should.
It's pretty compelling.
Go ahead. Give me something.
Alright, I'm taking a swing with my warhammer.
It is a hit. Give me the damage. Wow, and what a hit! As he turns it back into his normal shape, and you just take that hammer, and you just smack it right into his chest, which seems to be unarmored. You kind of see him just spit up a little bit of blood, from the strike.
Oh man.
Caius. Oh, my bad.
Yep.
Anything else your turn?
No, yeah, that was it.
Caius.
Don't want to kill the poor bastard.
You don't want to.
I don't think Wolfsbane would be really pleased with it.
All right, let's take a look at Brightleaf, see if he can handle this.
Yes, sir. You have to roll it again because of Hex.
Oh, well, I was going to do that. But I'll roll it again for Hex. And then whatever that is. 13 minus 2, 11. How you want to do this?
How do I want to do this?
How you want
Yeah.
to do this?
Dang,
I
this
just
is-
want to. So I want to extend my hand out, and as the frost forms, I just want to kind of encase him in ice.
All right. So you reach out, and you go ahead and yell out, "Frostbite!" And all of a sudden, like, he begins to slowly stop moving. He looks down at his feet as the ice begins rushing up toward him, and you can see the look of just surprise and defeat as it takes over his form, and he just stands there, a ice statue.
Well, so now we don't have to worry about tying him up anymore.
Is he dead? Or is he just frozen?
From what you can tell, it looks like he's perfectly fine. Just, not normal. I'll go ahead and blow him up for you. There we are.
So this can be undone. Like, put him in some water, let him thaw out.
It can most likely be undone, yes.
Okay, cool. So let's go wake up Wolfsbane and Doran, let them know, hey, this isn't... We're done. He's not dead.
Could we say that I have kind of control over the frost? I can kind of melt a portion of it?
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Huh?
I'll give you that, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to thaw out where his head's at and leave the rest frozen.
You think you've defeated me?
I could put the ice back up if you want. I thought so. Just stay right there and chill out.
Wolfbane stands to her feet after receiving a healing from Doran. Oh,
Are you alright?
I will be. Her hand glows with a white aura as she touches it to her wound, and you can kind of see it quickly seal up. As for you, Brightleaf, I had high hopes for you. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's a home for you here in the Circle of the Moon anymore. I think parts of your aggression got the better of me as well. I think it's time that you left Thornbrush.
If I may. How old is the child?
14.
14. I remember his age. Actually, it was really 4 years ago that I was 14. It's not rough being that age. Or it's rough being that age, but maybe he can learn under proper guidance, under proper restraint. He could learn.
He could help out the town as a form of
Punishment.
hard work. Molds a young person like that.
I agree.
I think it would do much good.
Brightleaf.
Wait, I got a question.
Yes.
So if my math is right, that means you're 18, Pentros?
Yeah.
Oh man, you've been
You wanna know
drinking
the
all my
crazy part?
alcohol.
Hey, you want to know the crazy part? At 15, I'm a full-grown adult. So I actually have mature years under my belt now.
Well, everybody looks like a full-grown adult to me. You freaking dwarf!
Yeah, I know.
Brightleaf.
So,
Your punishment will be that you will serve the town and you will help them rebuild. As we mentioned before, we will go and meet with the mayor and we will help him. I think that we owe you that much. We want to thank you. It's a possibility we've probably lost our ways, but we will make amends.
Well,
There's no shame in wanting to hold on to what's yours. There's no shame in trying to maintain the peace of nature. But you've got to understand that different cultures have their own ways of life. That is why my family many generations ago left the circle of the moon. Because we realized there's more out there than just us.
You're right, Dolan. And once again, I do apologize. We have much to learn.
We all have much to learn.
And with that, you guys lead them back to the village. They are able to strike up a deal with the mayor. The blacksmith takes Tundros's javelin, and instead of paying him, or javelin lance.
yeah, Lance. It could,
They take his lance and they craft it into a +1 lance.
all right, I'll take it.
So I'll add the stats for that later.
Cool.
Dornan, would you like gold, or would you like a random reward? Like, this question's going for everybody.
How much gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how much gold are we talking?
It'll be. Let me do the math.
Will it be like a smaller portion of gold for me since I had a weapon crafted?
No, it'll be the same portion for everybody.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just
Even
gonna
better.
do the math really fast.
Yay!
Oops, darn it.
Because based off the last game, whenever I got a random item, it was arrows.
Yeah.
You find socks from the great Arumon.
It would be 82 gold apiece.
Okay, cool. We got a free night. We got paid. We got booze. We got food.
I'll take the random item.
All right.
Yeah, same here. I'll take the random item.
82 gold. Did you already add that to us just now?
What? No. It was either the gold or the item.
For me or for everybody?
For everybody. Let's see. Make it an uncommon item. I'm gonna re-roll that. There we
Ooh.
go. I'll give you the stats for that later, okay?
Nice,
Thanks, sir.
bro.
Pretty sure that's worth more than 81 gold.
Yeah.
Dornan, you said loot?
Random item, yeah.
You
Right on.
find a sock.
You find a pair of socks.
That sounded like Krusty the Clown.
That sounds like Davros.
Actually, that's the great and wonderful Davros. What about you, Theobald?
Let's
He
see.
comes at you from the shadows. Beware.
You should have. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I know it's a hard decision. You're like, where else got good stuff? Like,
Do the item, man.
I might get a flask.
I grabbed your flask because you tossed that. I said that before.
Well, I've got plenty on me.
It's a nice flask, though.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. I'll hold that.
Hold on. Let me take a drink to this decision real quick.
don't take too
Because
much time. We gotta wrap up.
you can always heal for gold, man.
True. All right. Let's take a random item.
Okay.
No,
No, it's not that.
Oh, dang. Wow.
Oh.
Very nice.
Wow. I'll have to give you the stats for that
read-
one as well.
Everybody's mind.
What is that, like a natural 20 on any and all insight checks?
So
No, I'll
the
give you
black-
that. I'll give you that later. It's a special thing to it. But that concludes this adventure. You guys.
Wait. So the +1 javelin, that wasn't for something completely separate.
No,
to what
you said he shook your hand. You said, like, you know, they gave you a +1 javelin. He took your lance and made it into a +1 lance. That means
Okay,
that.
okay. You know what? No, that's fine. That's fine. I got you. I get it in mind.
So that means your lance will now do it's one more on attack and one more on damage.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, as Kai's points out, it's about 300 gold upgrade.
Yeah, I just saw that. So thank you, Caius.
So
Well, technically, anything with a +1 is still considered a magic weapon. So
No, it just does +1 to his attack, not damage.
It's
just to attack? Okay. But still good.
I may be wrong on that though.
I think it might be both. I don't know.
We'll look at it
Fourth
later.
edition it was. But I digress. So that does wrap us up for the evening. I hope for those of you guys who tuned in, you enjoyed everything you saw. And of course, we do these community one-shots once a month. So definitely get in with us. Like, sign up. Go down, hit the sign-up sheet, apply. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. You know, we'll definitely take you with us. You'll play with us, and we'll kind of guide you in along the way. And if you have a character already ready to submit, just let us know. We'll approve it if we have to. Or we can create a new character altogether. Like I said, the reason we do these community one-shots once a month is because we want you guys to, you know, be a part of what we do here. We like you guys a lot, and, you know, we wouldn't do this if you guys weren't watching. So, like I said, follow us on our Facebook page. Give us a nice little follow here on Twitch. You can check out our YouTube where we post like our past videos. We try to do the edits for them so they're a lot shorter. But other than that, guys, have a good night and level up, gamers.
Level up.